Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy TYP336 here. Bringing you my top four fourth place deck profile from the BBG 2K that just happened this past weekend. As a boy, most of you probably already know, I played Diva Hero. And before I get into the deck profile and my matchups and everything, I want to give some shout outs. First of all, shout outs to my team, the Edison Club, for just giving me words of encouragement and just giving me advice leading up to this event and during the event as well. And also a big shout out to my teammate Michael Boyd, who really just pushed me to play this deck. He's been telling me for months. He's like, I think Diva Hero is your deck. You're really good with this deck. I think you need to keep trying and go forward with it. And I stuck with it. Also a big shout out to a true hero, Cairo King. He's been like my sensei as well with this deck. He's given me a lot of words of advice, like on how, like what to do, like certain way, like different ways to look at things, words of encouragement and everything and all that as well. So big shout outs to him as well. So going into my matchups real quick. So at the end of the day, at the end of the entire tournament, I went 7-2. Um, like after I was 5-1 after Swiss. We had 6 rounds of Swiss. Round one, I played against my teammate Blake Bowman. He was playing Black Wings, and it was really funny. We were going over each other's like how each other's like deck lists both worked, and it's funny we played each other round one and we were talking about it in the car. He ends up 2-0ing me. Um, brain con- he had a he opened a brain control game one, and it kind of just swung the momentum in his favor. I opened broken. It's just he crashed my Stardust Dragon into my absolute zero, and it just I really couldn't gain back any advantage after that. Um, then game two, uh, he topped a heavy storm to clear my two back row that I needed, and I just like it was just really downhill. Round two, I play against Diva Hero Beat against my friend Carlos Molenta. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your last name, but we played in the first BBG that I topped with Black Wings, and he was still on Diva Hero Beat. Game one, he beat me because I attacked until a Gorse Hogan, to be honest. Uh, Game two, I do not remember how I won, but I ended up winning game two, obviously. Game three, I ended up winning off of Super Poly and Return. And then that puts me at 1-1. Round three, I played against Cameron Saunders. He's on Frog Hero. Game one, he ends up beating because he has Duplock and Absolute Zero. There really wasn't much I could do. Game two, I end up winning because of a surprise Thought Ruler Archfiend and Magical Android. That's what gave me the win. And then game three, I went off Return from a Different Dimension yet again. Then going into round four, I play against Amaryllis Burn. Game one, it was just really I just like steamrolled him. Game two, he did like I really didn't see a lot of my deck. It was just like a lot of side deck, like my Falsidines, with like really no backup for them, like to keep them on board. So I ended up losing that game, but game three, he ended up breaking, and I just ended up just out advantaging him just because he's not able to contend with what I have on the field. Round five, oh boy, the almighty round five. I play against my teammate Cole Ayers. He's on Gladiator Beast. This match was the most stressful match I had the entire tournament. Game one, he steamrolls me, absolutely steamrolls me. I didn't even let it like fully play out. Because I seen the writing on the wall. I was like, yeah, you got this game. Game two, I end up. He had a hair. I remember he had a hair cleaners on board. I ended up making a Catastor and an Absolute Zero. And I don't remember. I remember winning, but I don't remember how exactly I won that. And I don't think he was just ever able to contend with those monsters. But anyway, the almighty game three. He ends up getting over one of my monsters, making Gazaris and popping two of my cards. I had a future fusion that I had used to make go for Absolute Zero, and I special Prodigy, normal Plague, Synchroed for Armory Arm, banished Malicious for Malicious, brought back Plague Spray with its effect, summoned Colossal Fighter, and then went for the Colossal Armory Arm OTK, which ended up winning because he had one back row. I was like, if that back row is anything that can interrupt my play or my effects or my attack, I lose. And it was in my body as a shield, and I ended up winning. Round 6, I ended up playing against a Christia Sworn deck, playing Skyscourge Enrise, and I ended up 2-0ing that. And then after that put me in the top 4, which they did a top 4 got a bye, and then like the bottom 8 had to play for their spot in top 8. So going into that, it puts me at 6-1 technically. Then going into the top 8, I play against the same Christia Sworn dude again, and I win 2-1. I almost lost, but thanks to DD Crow, stopping Phantom of Chaos, I was able to win the round. And then going into the top 4, we end up splitting the money because a lot of us were just ready to go home. Then after that, because we still had to play out for the format library Edison World invites or whatever, which I really didn't care about, honestly. Because I told myself at the beginning I probably won't play in that anyway because I just really don't care. So what I ended up playing against my friend Justin Baker, and he was on Hero Frog as well, and he won that 2-1. I made a mistake game one. I had a Mind Crush set that I should have flipped because he econned my Stratos. I'm like, he's probably gonna activate Miracle Fusion. I just didn't pull the trigger. So I feel like they ended up just costing me game one. But anyway, I did really well. 7-2 overall out of 35 players. So I feel like I did really well. Went home with money in my pocket. But on to the deck profile. Triple Kais. Also with this list, I used Oscar. I think his name's Ramos from Moreno Valley. I used his defensive version. I made one change to this list, but I'll get into that in a minute. So Triple Kaios, 3 Diva, 2 Mally, 2 Prodigy, 1 Stratos, 1 Gilman, 1 Plague, 1 Dark Arm, 1 Gores, 1 Snowman Eater, 1 Sangan, 1 Armageddonite, 1 Card Trooper, 1 Reaper. Then spells, 3 Miracle Fusion, 1 Future Fusion, 1 Rhoda, 1 Brain Control, 1 Mind Control, 1 Heavy Storm, one Allure, one MST. Traps, 2 Bottomless, 2 Dimensional Prison, 1 Return, 1 Wind Blast, 1 Solemn Judgment. Oh gosh, there we go. 1 Torrential, 1 Mind Crush, 1 Mirror Force, 1 Dust Shear. Extra deck, triple Absolute Zero, 1 Gaia, 2 Stardust Dragon. So it already keeps going like in and out with like the blurriness, guys. I don't know why it's doing that. 1 Colossal Fighter, 1 Darkened Dragon, 1 Thought Ruler, 1 Black Rose, 1 Bronic, 1 Goyo, 1 Catastor, 1 Android, and 1 Armorion. Alright, going into the side deck. This is where I made the change. 2 DD Crows, 2 Falsadina, 1 Super Polymerization. He played 2 Light Mirror. I just decided to play 1 Light Mirror, 1 Super Poly, and the Super Poly came in handy so much. 1 Prohibition, 2 Pulling Rug, never used it, never sided it. 2 Dust Tornado, 2 Compulse, very underwhelming. 2 Phoenix Chain, like the best card that I sided all weekend. It was during my match with my teammate Cole. My teammate Michael Boyd was watching the match. He looked at my hand game 2 or 3. He was like, he looked at me and he's just like, is that a proxy? I was like, no. So yeah, Phoenix Chain came in handy. And then the 1 Light Mirror came in clutch both times I played against the Christius one player. But yeah, guys, that has been my Diva Hero deck list that I took to the 2K this past weekend. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, guys, this is TYP336. Sign up. Peace, guys.